Good morning, everyone. Happy Resurrection Day. I miss seeing you guys. We usually have a nice Easter egg hunt after church on Easter morning, and I miss doing that with you guys. So today, I've got a book for us, The True Story of Easter, and I'm going to read that for you guys today. It was almost Passover, and everyone in the land of Judea was getting ready for the special Jewish holiday. Jesus was in Galilee with his disciples, the friends who followed him as he traveled and preached. He said to two of his followers, "Find me a donkey that I can ride into Jerusalem for the Passover celebration." The disciples were worried about Jesus riding into Jerusalem. The men who ran the city did not like Jesus' teachings about God. People said Jesus was king, and the men who were in charge did not like this idea at all. But Jesus told everyone not to worry. He said something special was going to happen, and asked his followers to have faith in him. So Jesus went on his donkey into Jerusalem, and many people followed. The people of Jerusalem were happy. They heard Jesus was coming. They broke off palm branches and threw them in the streets as Jesus came to celebrate the arrival of God's Son. But the city leaders were not happy. They believed Jesus was a troublemaker and were afraid of what he might do. They decided maybe they needed to arrest Jesus just to keep the city under control. Jesus told his followers to prepare a special supper for them all in honor of Passover. The supper was held in the upper room of a house in Jerusalem. Here Jesus showed his friends how to share bread and wine in his name. He said that by doing this, they would always be together forever. After the supper, Jesus and his disciples went up to the Mount of Olives. They went into a garden called Gethsemane, where Jesus wanted to talk to them and pray. He said that before dawn he would be arrested. The disciples cried when they heard this news and begged Jesus not to let it happen. Jesus prayed to God for help. But before dawn the next morning, Jesus was arrested. Guards came and took him away. He went on trial and was sentenced to die. Jesus was nailed to a cross on a hill in between two thieves, who had also been arrested and nailed to crosses. The thieves were very afraid, but Jesus comforted them. Many of Jesus' friends and followers ran and hid on this sad and terrible day, but his mother Mary and another follower, Mary Magdalene, stayed to show their love for Jesus. After he died, some of Jesus' followers cleaned his body and laid it in a tomb. Some of the other men rolled a big stone across the opening. They were very sad and did not know what to do without Jesus, their leader. A few days later, Mary Magdalene went to visit the tomb. To her surprise, the stone was rolled away and the tomb was empty. A man came up to her then and kindly asked if she was all right. Mary turned to look at the man and could not believe her eyes. It was Jesus. Mary ran back to the other disciples with the news. They rushed to the tomb to see for themselves. And there was Jesus, alive and well. Jesus told them that he had returned from the dead to share God's blessing of eternal life. He told the disciples they must travel the world, sharing the message and asking people to join them in the love of God. Ever since that day, long ago, the love of Jesus Christ, his message of God's eternal love, and the promise of life everlasting have brought joy and hope to people everywhere. And that is the true story of Easter. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed doing your resurrection eggs with your families this week. If you still want to send me your videos, you can. For Grace Bucks this week, I have a verse for you to memorize. It's Romans 6:9. We know that Christ, being raised from the dead, will never die again. Death no longer has dominion over him. So if you can learn that verse for me and send me a video, you get 100 Grace Bucks. And I'm just so glad to get to see you guys this morning. I hope that you'll send me some videos this week. Thanks. I'll see you next time.